Japan is one of the best places in the entire world to do shopping, and you can't visit Japan and go home empty-handed without a souvenir or two for friends, family or colleagues. So today I'm going to take you to a bunch of awesome shops where you can pick up the coolest, most authentic Japanese souvenirs. Let's go! My first stop for souvenirs is LOFT Ginza, and this place was actually newly renovated last year. And unlike other lofts in Japan, this is actually featuring a lot of Japan-made goods you can't find anywhere else. So I'm excited to take you guys around and show you what they have. One of the things about LOFT that I really like is that this is where the locals come and shop. So I've been looking at things and I'm like, oh, that's what I have at home. That'd be nice to get for this person. So it's not just like crappy touristy things, it's actually cool Japanese-made things that even people living here want. So I can't recommend this enough because you can't go wrong with it. Everything here is just so fun and creative, and I've just spotted something in the distance. I've seen some vegan noodles which are from Cheese Tantan, and my mum doesn't eat anything with meat, so I'm gonna grab her these, and these are only 255 yen. A lot of my friends in Australia really like tea, so I want to grab them some tea from Japan. And I've done that in the past, but it's more like basic ones or ones that I'm familiar with. And at this loft, they have so many types. You've got matcha, you've got green tea, you've got hojicha. Not only is there a lot of variety, but all the packaging is different. There's a lot of cute specialty things, and the tins are cute. So I've got a lot of options to choose from. But my friend, she really likes like strong green tea. So I think I'm getting her that. And she also likes cats. And there's a cat themed one over there. So this is one of the cutest things I've ever seen. And it's actually quite trendy at Japan at the moment, where you'll have tea bags and there's like a cat or a dog attached to it. And for 6 inside, it's 1,000 yen, but I think it's a cool gift, and I think my friend who loves cats will really appreciate this. So I'm getting it. And usually when you go shopping for tea, like personally, I won't spend that much, but because it's a gift, I'm open to spending a little bit more. And everything here is really reasonably priced. 200 to about 1,000 yen for like tea, depending on what you get and the size. One other good thing is they have a lot of individually packaged items. So if you want to give your friends something to try, like a little bit of everything, that's my recommendation. And that's something I always do, because you don't know if they'll like it or not, especially if they've never tried it before. And it's low risk. It's like 140 yen per like tea bag. One of the most famous tea brands in Japan is called Tsujiri, and it's from Kyoto. And they have these cute little like packaged tea bags, and it's only 500 yen. And even though there's only 3 inside, I think the presentation, which is what Japan excels at, just is such a nice gift. And you can just give it out to someone who you know or maybe don't want to spend too much on, and it just looks so good. So I'm going to grab some of them as like backup gifts because I want to give someone something. Another gift I recommend is this sake barrel. I actually bought this for friends 2 years ago, and it's really pretty and it looks great as decoration. And inside, of course, there's sake, which you can drink. And I gave it to my mom and she never drank it. She's like, I like it too much to use it. I'm like, you could just use it and then look inside and look at the outside later. But yeah, that's also 2,000 yen, so pretty reasonable for how pretty it looks. So there are 5 floors here at this loft, and you can find different things on each floor, and I've come across something really funny. This is a ramen spoon fork. So if you're worried about using chopsticks, I guess you can buy yourself one of these to bring home and practice. There is so much to look at, it's so much fun. Like I've even found a cup noodle ceramic style plate. So instead of waiting 3 minutes with the lid, you can just pop this on top instead. Level 4 might actually be one of my favorites because they have all the kitchenware, they have spices, and there's so much you can pick up here. I've even found something I want to bring back for myself, souvenir for my house. It's shijimi, and I actually was using this before and I think I was gifted it and it ran out, so this is really cool. And they sell it in individual packets, like in smaller sized ones, so I might actually get one for my dad and give it to him because he loves cooking and he's never used Japanese like spice before, so I'm gonna pick up these. And they're 350 yen, not bad. One section I highly recommend are the mugs and the cups because the designs are out of this world. They are so stunning. I've actually been gifted a couple and I've bought some to give to friends who live in Japan, and one of my favorites is this sake cup, and it's like made from this, I don't know what the design is and what it's called, but it's so nice because it has these sakura, golden sakura petals on it, and there's one that has also a hanabi, so like Japanese fireworks with a goldfish. They're really reasonable, I think, like 2,000 to 3,000 yen. And it's just such a nice gift. And the mug cups, they're all very Japanese, high quality, ceramics. There is so much to pick from here. They've even got sake cups, and a lot of them have like the Fuji style and design. So when you pour in your drink, you can see Mount Fuji turn blue or the sakura bloom. So there's so many creative kinds of mugs and cups. It makes me so happy because I really love collecting all these different kind of cups at my house. Another popular place to go shopping here in Tokyo is Hands, also previously known as Tokyo Hands, and it's very similar to Loft. They have a lot of similar items, but I'm going to check it out anyway and see if there's different souvenirs I can pick up, but it is looking pretty similar so far, and this is also in Ginza, so right down the street. The good thing about Hands is it seems to be a lot quieter, at least for this location compared to Loft, so I don't have to wait around because there were so many tourists at the other one. I think Loft is doing a good job at promoting it, but there's heaps to look at and I'm gonna really dive in. One thing I've spotted here that I haven't seen anywhere else are these really cool buildable kits, and they come in this giant packet and it provides everything. They're a little on the pricier side, 4,000 to 5,000 yen. You can create the most amazing Japanese set. It's actually so pretty. Oh my goodness, I wish there was some that are a little cheaper, but like you can make a little dango shop. Oh my god, look how fun that is. Definitely someone who's creative. One thing I realized with these kits is that every instruction manual in here is going to be in Japanese and not in English, even though there's a sign that says good for souvenirs. So be careful when you buy stuff, especially if it needs like instructions, because yeah, that'll be a bit difficult. Damn it. If only she could speak fluent Japanese. Another popular place to get souvenirs is DAISO. It's also known as a 100 yen store, and hopefully it's still 100 yen with the cost of everything going up, but you can find everything here from food to accessories, snacks, sometimes clothing, everything. So I'm gonna try and see if I can find some Japan exclusive stuff, because a lot of the time they'll have really cool Japan themed items that you can't get at the overseas locations. These days, for me anyway, DAISO is feeling more and more like a supermarket, because you can find all the regular snacks, you can buy instant noodles, all sorts of stuff, even drinks. So I feel like I'm just at my local supermarket now. If any of you guys have friends with a pet or you own a pet yourself, I recommend getting something like this, a Japan themed pet toy like a takoyaki bowl or onigiri or Japanese themed food, because that's so fun and cute. I think a friend would really love that. Another creative idea is if you have a friend who loves cooking and maybe they like Japanese food but it's intimidating, get them some of these Japanese hacks for the kitchen. So you can make gyoza really easily, or there's things for onigiri. There's all types of creative things if you just look through the aisles. I love how Japan has made all these kitchen hacks and cooking hacks. It's so convenient and everything's $1. Very cheap, well less than $1 if you're in the US. It's like 50 cents. One of my best recommendations are the chopsticks, because everyone loves getting chopsticks and they have lots of different designs and they're all really cheap. So yeah, just get people chopsticks. No one will know it's from DAISO either, unless, you know, it does say DAISO, but they might not know what DAISO is. At the really big DAISO, they'll have a dagashiya inside the store, which is really fun and kind of exciting to just walk through. And even though there are a lot of things that you can just find at the supermarket, it's just the way they display it is so beautiful. And there are a lot of traditional Japanese sweets that are perfect for kids. So if you want to buy lots of cheap stuff and it just has a very Japanese feel to it, this is the place. Just to show you just how cheap it is, it's 3 for 100 yen. So from this shelf, well, any of these ones with the green, 3 of them 100 yen, so that's really good. You can get a bunch of stuff for like kids and friends and just like a little goodies bag, which is something I like to do. I put it in like a snap lock and be like, here you go, here's a bunch of random Japanese snacks. While many people have already heard of DAISO, you may not know Standard Products, which is actually owned by DAISO, and it's the more kind of fancier version, and it's a little bit more expensive. Starting price is about 300 yen, but some things are still below that. And it has a more sophisticated feel to it. It's for adults, it's for working people, and you might be able to pick some cool stuff up here. So I'm gonna check it out and see if there's anything worthwhile. This place has a very minimalist vibe, and I really love the kind of vase they have here. You can just put like a single little plant in, or dry flowers. So this is a really great product. It's only 330 yen, so that's easy to put in your suitcase. I kind of want to get one for myself. One thing I'd recommend are the incense. So they have matcha, they have lots of cool different types of scents that are all Japanese inspired. They're all about, I think, 330 yen as well. And they've got some in tins, they've got a bamboo stick holder. There's just so much here, and they even have a sakura woodwick candle, and it all looks really nice quality. So I don't know, even for yourself, get a souvenir from here. If you're near Tokyo Station, you can't miss Character Street, which is located inside Tokyo Station on the bottom floor. It's near the North Ieyasu Station entrance area. It's really hard to find. I didn't find this place for a long time, but there's over 30 stores here featuring Japanese characters, from GHIBLI to Pokemon to Hello Kitty to One Piece. So I'm gonna explore this area and see if I can pick up some souvenirs for friends who really like GHIBLI. I'm so excited because the GHIBLI store that sells all the GHIBLI merch. Last time I came here in December, they didn't have what I was looking for, and today they do. It's the Gigi mug. And my friend in Australia really wanted this, so I'm going to secure this and bring it back. And it's not that expensive. I think it's about 1,000 to 1,500 yen, and it's so cute. So yeah, I'm really excited. If you're a GHIBLI fan, you can't miss this place, and you'd think they would be really expensive here, but there's a lot of reasonably priced things. And one of my favorite things to get here are these retro stickers, and they're only about 300 yen each, and I find them really cool to just stick on laptops and suitcases, and they're so cool. Yeah, there's so much to look at here, and I think the designers for this place just do so well, and they're always making new stuff, so it's fun coming back and seeing what's new. When you come here, plan it at an off time, because I could see a red rope and tape, so it means people are lining up to get inside here at the busiest time. So yeah, maybe come early in the morning or last thing in the day maybe, or middle of the day, yeah.
If you're a GHIBLI fan, you can't miss the GBL store, a high-end GHIBLI store stocking stylish GHIBLI-inspired clothing, accessories, and decor. These items do come with a higher price tag, but they're well worth it for the epic designs. My pick would be the t-shirts for sure. Even popping in to just admire the beautiful store interior is something I recommend.
Usually you'll come across the Pokemon Center, but in this character street it's called the Pokemon Store, and it's because it's a bit smaller, I think, but they stock basically the same stuff, just less variety. And my mum wants me to get some Pokemon stuff for some kids she knows back home in Australia. So I've got these little chocolate Pikachu. They're like, I don't know, wafer type snacks. Also picking up some gumi, which are lollies, and they're themed as the Pokemon, like Lucario, Pikachu, all of them. So they should be happy because you can't get them in Australia. That was the request. But you can also get all the plushies here, more food, games, and all kinds of stuff. This is the mayhem called DONKI, and it is a chain here that sells everything and everything, and it's so hectic in here. It's very tight, narrow. There's items on every shelf and every space that's available, and as you can see, so many items. They've got Pokemon, they've got Sanrio, they have video games, everything you can think of, as well as so many souvenirs. Like, this is souvenir heaven. You can get Kit Kats, Japanese, like really typical Japanese souvenirs, but also kind of like cheap looking ones. But if that's your thing, go for it. So I'm gonna just walk around and see what I can find. If you come to the Shinjuku location, it's really easy to go souvenir shopping because there are so many tourists here. They've like laid it out here for you. This is the kabuki section, so it's all traditional stuff. We've got chopsticks, cups. Yeah, there's so much in here. It's kind of overwhelming, so don't come here if you're like claustrophobic. It's not for you. If you're wanting a fun souvenir, you can get your kanji in a wooden like plate as a keychain. I found Sarah, and who knows how to read this? I only know the bottom kanji. They've also got tons of electronics here, so you can pick up souvenirs like that, and they've also got tax-free shopping, so don't worry about paying extra there. You can buy cameras, hair straighteners, blow dryers, camera gear, literally anything you can think of, and they've got it here. Make sure when you come here you've got enough time to look through all the floors because there's just so much in here. It's very overwhelming. I don't come here too often because I never know what to get, but sometimes I venture in here and hope to find something. Like a really cute toothbrush. Sanrio toothbrush. I just spotted something I actually bought for myself before. It's this Super Mario soap, and I recommend it as a souvenir if you got anyone who's a fan of the Mario franchise. They've also got a bunch of Kirby goods, Nintendo stuff, Pokemon. It's so fun, and every time their stock is changing, so you can always find new things. One thing I recommend getting at a chemist here is shampoo, because Japanese shampoo and conditioner is so popular, and I've seen it kind of taking off in the West. And one that I've recently been trying out is this Yolu, and my Japanese friends use it too. It's really good. And if you come to a bigger chemist, you can get kind of pair ones, and they're kind of discounted. And yeah, there's this, but there's also and honey. And honey is so popular, I don't know why. And I tested it recently, it smells nice, but I preferred this one. Something I recommend getting is makeup because there's lots of cool Japanese brands and they're actually popular overseas nowadays. And I recommend checking out something like mascara because you have different colors as well as eyelashes. There's so much to look at. It's kind of overwhelming, but this is what the Japanese girls use and they're so fashionable, so you can't go wrong with it. I personally like a lot of nail polish here because they've got really cute colors, and so I recommend picking something like that up. Lots of chemists here are also stocking Japanese snacks and they're targeting tourists, especially if you're in Shinjuku, Shibuya. So you can pick some up here. I can see some Kit Kats that are matcha flavored, and it's really easy to just grab it and take it home to your hotel when you're packing. Something you have to buy for yourself or your friends are face masks, and these are beauty ones, not the ones you cover your face with. And they come in different types. There's so many varieties, but I know Lululun is a very common one that all the Japanese people use, and they have some exclusive collaborations, like sometimes matcha flavored and scented. But another one I often see as like this rice one, and this one has a really cute design. I have a friend who uses it. So there's so many things you can always pick up and yeah, just try it. And the packaging is just so nice, so you can't go wrong with it. And it's trendy now. Everyone likes Japanese beauty and Korean beauty, so bring them some face masks.
If you're headed back home after a long trip to Japan but forgot to grab a present for someone, fear not, because most airports will stock souvenirs and Haneda Airport is no exception. You can find snacks, gacha gacha, electronics, Pokemon, plus way more. I grabbed some for my trip home to Australia too. What's your go-to souvenir? Let me know down below. Like, subscribe, and comment for more content. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!